A reloading series. How the heck did we get here? I mean, those of you that have been watching this channel from the start, maybe 5 years ago when I started the channel, will know that it started purely as an airgun channel. And obviously I'm still doing a heck of a lot of airgun stuff. The airgun stuff still makes up the majority of what I do here. But you'll notice that in the last year I've been doing a lot of shooting and hunting with centerfire rifles. And the reason I didn't start off with centerfire rifles was because, to be honest, when I first started the channel, I just thought that air guns were way more interesting. The fact that there's so much technical stuff going on inside the gun, I looked at a centerfire rifle, I saw the only moving parts is the pin and the trigger, and once the pin hits the primer and the round goes off, it's just seemed boring to me. It seemed like there wasn't much fine tuning you could do. And you know what? If you've got a rifle that's shooting factory loaded cartridges, the truth is there is not that much you can do with your gun. You can't fine tune it much. It's a little bit boring. Whereas a gun like the FX Impact, you can buy factory ammunition, as in like a JSB pellet, and you can do so much fine tuning within the gun itself. There's so many moving parts within the gun itself, it just seems like a way more interesting option. And that's the truth. However, when I started researching reloading and I started researching the amount of variables that can contribute towards putting together something that is incredibly accurate, and the amount of fine tuning you can do, and seeing what rifles are capable of when reloading is done right, it completely blew me away. And as I've been exploring this over the past year, since I've actually had my rifles, I've realized the depth of interesting information, interesting knowledge that is available out there. And I want to start sharing that with you, particularly those of you that were under the same impression that I was, and that is that centerfire rifles are boring. Once you get into reloading, it changes everything. So that's what we're going to do in the series. I'm going to walk you through everything I've learned over the past year. It's true, I've only been doing this for a year. It doesn't seem like long. To many of you, it looks like I'm an absolute amateur. But when you've been doing this every day for the past year, when you've put probably close to 1,000 rounds through your rifles in a year, and you've been in constant communication with some of the top guys in the industry, and you've met with companies from all over the world who make these products, you learn stuff very quickly. So I would not call this an entry-level course. I would say we're going to start at entry level from where I started as a beginner, not knowing anything, but we're going to work towards something that's, I wouldn't say expert, but I'd say definitely advanced or intermediate, in that you're going to need some more expensive equipment to obtain the level of precision of reloading that we're going to be getting to by the end of the series. So if as a beginner with not much equipment, you'll be able to watch it and learn a lot, but by the end of it, if you're going to want to be able to achieve what we've been achieving here, you're going to want to look at some of this more expensive equipment that we have here. So that's just a warning, but we are going to break it up into probably quite a long series, just so that we can focus on every little aspect of it. I won't give you a full course outline, but here's a few of the things we're going to go through. We're going to look at topics such as case inspection, case preparation, cleaning methods, annealing, lubricant selection, sizing die options, the importance of correct head spacing and concentricity, the importance of correct neck tension, case trimming, chamfering and deburring, priming, propellant selection, charging a case, choosing a seating die, the importance of correct seating depth, and bullet selection. And this is just a basic overview, so I'm sure there'll be even more. Don't let it freak you out, because we will be going through it really slowly, and we'll be explaining what each term is, but I really think you're going to find it very interesting. And you will see here that we do have some pretty hectic equipment here, some really expensive equipment, expensive reloading components, and I do want to thank a number of sponsors, mostly South African sponsors actually, locally made products, who've decided to donate their products towards the reloading series. I would not have been able to do this by myself, it would just be way too expensive for me. But in no particular order, I want to thank CMH Precision, Rapala VMC and Stevens Precision Rifles, the Reloading Den and Sudami Precision Reloading Equipment, AIM Products, Ballistics Bullets, Exact Dies, and G&G Varminting. And I could end it there, but before we wrap it up, let's ask the question, why do we want to hand load? You know, to many people it just seems like a long, expensive, tedious process, and you know, it is all of those things. But what are the benefits of doing so as opposed to just purchasing a factory loaded cartridge? Well, the first and most important thing is that it puts you in complete control. You cannot expect to buy a factory loaded cartridge, even one that is very, very well made and put together perfectly, you know, perfectly concentric, using good components, and expect to shoot well out of your rifle. There are just too many variables that contribute to good accuracy and precision, and you have to match your cartridge and you have to match your components to suit your gun, to suit the size of your chamber, to suit the throat in your rifle, to suit the length of your barrel. Unless you're able to take everything into account and custom make your cartridge to suit your rifle, you're never going to get the best accuracy out of your gun. So the only way to achieve this is to hand load your cartridges yourself. And if you don't do it right, the truth is that the factory cartridges will probably outshoot your hand loaded cartridges. You have to know what you're doing. So you can't just buy reloading equipment, chuck a bunch of components together and expect it to shoot well. The factory cartridges will probably outshoot that. But if you know what you're doing, you know how to put together a cartridge to, you know, fine-tune for your rifle, you can easily overtake the results of the factory ammunition and actually see much better results. And that was my main reason for going the reloading route. Second reason is that it saves you a lot of money in the long run. Granted, this stuff once off is an expensive cost, but I'm saving a heck of a lot of money in the long run by reloading. Firstly, because cartridges like 260 Remington are not easily available as factory loaded cartridges in South Africa. So when you do find them, they're very, very expensive. But second of all, because we were using brass, I can buy expensive brass like Lapua and reload it like 10 times plus and not worry about it breaking, because I'm using stuff like a annealing machine. I'm using good sizing dies which prolong the life of the brass. I can go a long way, and it really saves me money in the long run. I don't have to use a new piece of brass every time I shoot. And lastly, if you're an enthusiast like me and you really care about the whole process, you will enjoy this. It's a very enjoyable process. Why do chefs enjoy cooking? Why do people enjoy cooking in general? Well, it's because there's a certain level of satisfaction and reward that comes from seeing your creation succeed, or seeing your creation do what it was supposed to do. That's the whole aim of this. The aim is to have an end goal in mind that is precision, or maybe putting together a good hunting cartridge and being able to see the whole process through and see it succeed in the hunting field. It's really, really enjoyable, and to see the whole process through, to go through all the technical stuff, to put the time and effort into it is extremely rewarding. And I've no doubt that once you get into this, once you start doing it for yourself, you will really enjoy it. So yes, the reloading series is on its way. It is going to take a while. I'm going to spread it out over a long period of time. I'm going to squeeze these episodes in where I can. I do have so many other things planned for this year. It's going to be ridiculous. I still have to finish off the Airgun Ballistics 101 series, which I think will take priority over this because I've already started it. I've got many hunting trips planned. I've got overseas visits to trade shows and to gun factories and to stock factories, which will be also taking priority over this. But hopefully we can get started soon, and I hope that you'll be following me throughout the series from start to finish. I'll catch you then. Thanks for watching.